Know what I mean?
Electric TV radio. Redefining broadcasting. Listen.
My office line. Hey, wake up, Kalaya money. All right, good morning and welcome to the Spurs Buffet on Electric TV Radio. It's a Friday edition, last one for this week, and we're going to a new month after by next week. How are you doing? How's the preparation for the weekend games? The draws for the UEFA Champions League have been made. Are you happy? What's your take on the draws? We saw it yesterday, it was very nice. I love the draw ceremony. I mean, I don't care who gets picked into where, but I could almost predict that Bayern Munich and Barcelona were going to play because of the Lewandowski thing. I could also almost predict that Man City and Dortmund were going to play against each other because of the Haaland thing. It's just sometimes I almost think that these draws are fixed. Like I almost think so. But whether they are fixed or not, it's a football game. We'll be entertained. It'll be nice. It'll be beautiful. It'll be all fun. But I don't think there's going to be another 8-2 Bayern Munich beating FC Barcelona. I don't think that's going to happen. And I don't know how you see it, but I don't think that's going to happen. So let's just behave ourselves. And I love the awards as well. Karim Benzema, UEFA Men's Player of the Year. There is no argument to that one. There's no contest. And also Coach of the Year, Carlo Ancelotti. Nobody who's contested that one. Sarina Wegman winning the Coach of the Year for women. Also no body contested that. I don't think there was anything that happened that anybody can come and say, oh, this one is wrong, that one is wrong. It just was good. As far as I'm concerned, it just was good. Everything went well. But now let's talk about the draws, the groupings, and all that. What's your take? What's your reaction? You know how we've always done Fridays and Thursdays and Fridays where anything goes, even outside of the show. We've not lost that, so don't say because we're talking football. You can ask any question, you can bring up any topic, you can tell us something that happened that you saw somewhere, and how it went, what happened here and there. Let's just gist, let's gossip if we want to gossip and do whatever we want to do. Hey, Adams _ J-Boy, say you're looking good. Thank you very much. And somebody's liking my jacket, my Bayern jacket. Shake Altia. He said, I like this, your Bayern Munich top. Okay. Thank you very much for liking it. I like your name too. Sheikh Altian. Okay. In the group A, we have Ajax. A for Ajax. Okay. We have group A with Ajax, Liverpool, Napoli, and Rangers. So we've got Victor Osimhen and Kevin Bassey battle over two leg. We've got Osimhen most likely to play against Liverpool that wanted to sign him at some point, but they didn't firm up their interest properly. And then we've got Rangers who are the dark horse in this group, but you've got to be aware of them. Giovanni Van Bronckhorst is cooking up something. This team, the way they qualified for the group stage should make you respect them. Don't forget that last season they were the Europa Cup runners-up, okay? In Group B, you have FC Porto, super regular, consistent team in this competition with the most expensive coach, the highest earning coach in the world, El Cholo, right? El Cholo. That's Diego Simeone. Back in the day as a player, we used to call him Ogborio. Like, I remember he used to Ogborio. But his end is chip on his shoulders as a great coach, a great gaffer, master crafter. If you are consistently third or, caught in between becoming second and first in a battle that I have Real Madrid and Barcelona, nobody can say you're a bad coach. Let's be very, very honest. FC Porto, Atletico Madrid, one of the worst teams in Germany this season, Bayern Leverkusen, and Club Brugge of Belgium are in Group B. B for Brugge. C, you have FC Bayern, FC Barcelona, Inter Milan, and Victoria Plzen. Okay, so this is a battle of the big boys. Pleasant would have to play the role of sheriff and surprise one of this team. If not, again, Inter Milan look likely to miss out and go to Europa, because I just think that, I mean, Bayern and Barcelona first off would try as much as possible to make sure they pick 6 points from Inter, pick 6 points from Pleasant. That's that's the best way to qualify here, and then they cancel themselves out. This is my own prognosis on my own take on the conversation. It doesn't necessarily mean that's how the competition is going to go, but I'm just telling you my take. In Group D, you have Frankfurt, Eintracht Frankfurt, Tottenham Hotspur. If you look at Antonio Conte's Champions League record, you will not be afraid with Spurs, but maybe he will change it. And I don't think Antonio Conte have gotten out of the group stage more than twice in his entire career. With Chelsea once, and I think with Juventus once. Other than that, he's not really gotten a good record, in the Champions League. So if you go with that, maybe, just maybe, you say Spurs, you guys are not in good company. And then you have Sporting and Olympique de Marseille. And then the Marseille interest is something that I want to talk about. This is a club that, the latest club that we heard Cristiano Ronaldo might be going to. So there is hope. If Cristiano Ronaldo goes here, because the reason he wants to play in the Champions League, as I hear, is that he wants to protect his legacy, his lead as the all-time highest goal scorer in the Champions League. So you look at this group, he goes to Marseille, he can score against Sporting, he can score against Frankfurt, he can score against Spurs. So 2 goals in each game, over 2 legs, will give him like 12 goals. That puts him, I don't think that Messi will just come out of nowhere, score 15 goals to equal him, because that's the difference between him already and Messi, and then come and score more again. I don't know. I don't think Messi is that guy. Messi, for me, the way I see Messi today, Messi is the guy who's seen it all and is just willing to help the other guys. It's not like, oh, I need to kill my... No. He's got nothing to prove to anybody. If they like, they kill themselves, they fight, so that's their business. But for me, I'm not going to be there, be dragging spotlight with Mbappe. But Messi would also understand when a little boy wants the spotlight. You know what? Once upon a time, Messi also wanted the spotlight. That's why Zlatan Ibrahimovic was sold. So when you see Mbappe doing the thing that he's doing, he knows, okay, I've been there before. I can handle this one. It's not a problem. I just want to play football. And I think that Messi is doing all this playing football thing to keep himself ready for the World Cup in Qatar. The World Cup might come to an end and Messi will tell you, I'm done. Especially if they go on to win the World Cup. This is against all odds. They had the best chance in 2014. But against all odds, they go on to win it and becomes a crowning glory of his career. Messi wins the World Cup. He has shattered everybody. There's nobody. This conversation of case close, okay? But I'm just saying he goes to the World Cup, have a good World Cup, top scorer, best player. I'm creating some freaking hypothesis here. And he wins the World Cup for Brazil, for Argentina, and they play in the finals against Brazil, for instance, like the Copa America, and the case closed. Messi's going to come back and tell Paris St-Germain, guys, tear that contract. I'm done playing football. I'm going to go play with my kids in my backyard and talk to my hotel managers and let me see how much I'm making in my hotel business. And then I'm going to face the Spanish tax people and all those people that are trying to use my name and drag it in the mud. That's what I think anyway. But you can tell me what you think in the comment section, on Instagram, on the WhatsApp, 07025000069. And Group E, you have AC Milan, most successful team in Italy, playing against one of the most successful football clubs in the last 20 years, Chelsea, and Salzburg of Austria, and Dynamo Zagreb. This group also does look, it looks regular, looks easy. Thomas Tuchel, a former winner of this competition as well, just 3 seasons ago, cannot complain, cannot say, oh, this is a bad group. And then in Group F, you have Real Madrid, Leipzig, Shakhtar Donetsk, and Celtic. Real Madrid stand alone in that one. The rest can fight for the crumbs and look for who comes second and who goes to Europa. In Group G, it's also looked like a one-horse race here. Manchester City, Sevilla, Borussia Dortmund, FC Copenhagen. So we're going to see Akinkunmi Amao on Champions League night when he plays, because he plays for FC Copenhagen. And then we're going to Group H, where you have Paris St-Germain, Juventus, Benfica, and Maccabi Haifa. So there are 3 former winners here in Benfica, even though they have the Bela Gutmann course now. And then you have Juventus, the old ladies or the zebras, whatever you want to call them, the landlords of Turin, whatever name you want to call them. And Paris Saint-Germain, okay, no, there are 2 former winners. Sorry, I confused. I thought Paris Saint-Germain have won it. 2 former winners. Sorry, my bad. But Paris Saint-Germain is there with players like Neymar and Messi that have won it before. Let's see. This doesn't look like the season they will win it anyway. This doesn't look like it, but I'm open to pleasant surprises from them. I'm rooting for Man City to win it, but the way they've started the season doesn't look really convincing in the attack, because that's the place where they are supposed to be very deadly and dangerous. But then again, we've all come to one funny, excuse-ish conclusion that Haaland is meant for the Champions League and not the Premier League. Okay, so let's just pretend like we are right. Yeah, let's pretend like we're right and see how it goes. But I'm gonna get my fingers crossed and see how that goes. Oyebushi 7707 is greetings from here. Where is here? Here is no place on the map. It would be good if you say greetings like I am Mr. Senna or Miss Ena, depending on what the name is. Greetings from Ireland. That's lovely and beautiful. Greetings to you from Nigeria. And Mr. Vicky from Abuja, he said Liverpool and Ajax to qualify from the Group A. So you can tell me who you think is going to qualify as well. Adams J Boy say interesting, okay? And let's get the conversation. Let's get the conversation engaging so that we can have fun and all that. That's the end of the group. So for me, in Group A, I think it's going to be I think it's going to be Liverpool. It could be Napoli, Ajax. It could be Napoli and Ajax. But Liverpool, I mean, on any given Champions League night is a different conversation. In Group B, I think it's straightforward. Atletico Madrid, FC Porto. Group C, Bayern Munich, Barcelona. Group D, Eintracht Frankfurt, Spurs. Let me give them the benefit of the doubt. Group E, Chelsea on top, AC Milan to follow. Group F, Real Madrid and anybody. Could be Shakhtar Donetsk, Donbass Arena. They are still at war, right? No, it could be Shakhtar Donetsk, Leipzig or Celtic. It could be anyone. Group G, you have Man City on top, and I'm going to pick Sevilla to follow them. Group H, Paris Saint-Germain, Juventus, Benfica. I think I will go with Paris and Juventus on this one. But I'm putting one eye, my peripheral vision on Benfica. I don't think that they are going to be a walkover in that group. So that's how I make my pick. I want to know what you think about the groupings in the UEFA Champions League. Okay. Saviki say Porto and Atletico Madrid to qualify, Bayern and Barca to qualify, Spurs and Marcel. For real? Spurs and Marcel? Which Marcel? Olympic de Marcel or Marcel de Marcel? Okay, I don't understand. Okay, Spurs and Marcel to qualify, AC Milan and Chelsea to qualify, Real Madrid and anyone, Paris Saint-Germain and Juve to qualify. I like that, Saviki. Thank you very much, making it interesting. She said greetings from UAE. Okay. Saviki says certainly if Messi won the World Cup, if he will happily retire with his shoulders up. Even if you know when if he will still retire with his shoulders up, he don't need to win the World Cup, but the winning of the World Cup would just be an icing on the cake. That's what I think anyway. But you guys can tell me what you think. So let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Akande Michael. This is the Akande Michael that I know. Is it Bayo? Okay. It's a morning, good morning to you. What do you think about female award? I think Mead of England should have won it, considering she won a major tournament, being the top scorer, and unless Putellas didn't play. Okay, so you've already made your judgment. She didn't play, so why you want to judge her by that? There is an entire season that went on before the 2 or 3 weeks of the World Cup. I mean, of the Euros. Are you going to judge because of the Euros? No, you can't judge because of the Euros alone. So, all things being equal, this competition covers a whole lot. She played in the league. What's it called? Putellas played in the league, played in the Champions League, distinguished herself way more than Beth Mead. Yeah, Beth Mead was nominated, means that she did well as well. But you can't use 3 weeks to eliminate what happened in our entire season. So I think the award was given to the right person. Okay, that's what I think. Anyway, Antony Ramileka say good morning, boss. Good morning to you. And Olatunji Emmanuel say good morning, boss. Good morning to you, Olarawaju. He said, for me, I feel all the big teams should go through, save for Inter. What thing I do? That's why your betting ticket was. I mean, there must be some beef behind this one, though. But you can as well let me know what that is. Let me see where Inter is in the grouping again and find out why you're saying safe for Inter. Okay, I understand. Inter in the same group with Bayern Munich and Barcelona. Inter don't play well on the road. In Champions League, they don't play well on the road. Barcelona does know how to do well at home and also can grind some result on the road. So I'm just gonna be, hey, Jack Obi, what's up? How you doing? As Canada. So I'm just gonna sit here and agree with you because Bayern Munich, I mean, they've gone through their low. Even in their low, they still won the league. It does look like this team that they've got right now is just way too good to be written off, and it just might be one of the potential title contenders alongside Manchester City, Real Madrid that you can never take off once the Champions League is involved. And I'm not going to pick Liverpool this time around. I don't think this Liverpool is good enough unless maybe they grind past the group stage and then the later stage of the season, all of their players come back fit and everything is going, and then the Genge pressing begins to work again. But right now, it's only pressing. It's only Genge, but there's no pressing. It's just Genge, no pressing at all, zero pressing. That's what Liverpool is doing right now. And if they are not careful, the Genge will soon turn to Gege. You don't enter trouble. It's no longer Genge pressing. Oh yeah, but she said, but for me, I say internationally and Bayern going through really this FC Barcelona attack line. You see internationally going through. They will really go through well. Okay now, what we'll see. Champions League, Shakhtar, FC Barcelona, Champions League. You pick. Oh, I respect your pick. I don't get anything to talk. You go chop pickles at the end of the day. But I know Inter Milan. No. So let's talk about other things outside of that one. Let's look at some of the transfer gist. Somebody sent me a message yesterday. Let me read the message. I think I put it out somewhere. Mark it up. Hi, Edafe. What happened to Arsenal? All of a sudden, they just are not signing anymore. They started this window like a house of fire. I love what they did, but I still think that they need about three, 4, or 5 more players to make it count. I think 5 is asking for too much. Before I answered that one, Joel is the name of the person who sent that message. Jacobi he said, I don't see the backup team going through for me. They are toothless, really. They played 2 games, scored 4 goals, conceded 1. That makes them toothless. How can that team be toothless? They just got 3 goals against Manchester City in a charity game. How can a team be a team that have Rafinha, Dembele, Lewandowski, and Sufati, who can come from the bench and add value? There's this other player that I saw the other day, and I don't know if they will sell Aubameyang. If they don't sell him, it's still going to be in the team. There's Ferran Torres, and you say they are toothless. Whoa! I've always said that we don't see football the same way. We don't see football the same way. I can understand, but that doesn't mean that you're not my guy. I love you to the bone. Fantastic guy. Guys, in case you don't know what I'm talking about, if you listen to us and that line away, somebody say go naked bath. Like say they wear clothes. But when I go slap you, you did deco. Like that I go straight. Say they go naked bath. The only regular liner that we have that will play every day on this studio. That's the guy. That's like I'm proud to call him my younger brother. Fantastic guy. But he's my coach when it comes to music. He's my egbo for music, not for age. For music. And for Dada too, he's my egbo. And then for training cat, is the grandmaster. Is the Wizard of Oz for training of Pussycat. Guy, I see this guy, if they follow cat in the talk. I say, hey, nah, you don't follow cat in the talk for Canada. You don't go Canada, you don't go be a Yibo boy, Abi. You don't behave like a Yibo people. If your mama see you, they follow Pussycat in the talk, now your mama say, hey, when soon Abi, hey, Namo, Ndio Yibo don't do something to my son. From the US, Liverpool need to watch out that their group is complicated. Kevin Dofia say, morning boss, Madrid, Juve, Porto, Atleti, Milan, Chelsea, Bayern, FC Barcelona and the other big boys go through. Inter don't have what it takes to pull it out of the chestnut, right? To pull the chestnut out of the fire. I guess that's what you want to say. Okay, because that's the correct way to put it. Danny Bayano, JP, say good morning, Edafe. Good job and great analysis. Keep it up. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much for blushing. Shut up, you said that. Blush, worry picking any blush. Yes, behave yourself. I worry boy. I'll be forming like yeah, Ajabota. Well, I was born in Ajabota, Sha. So that is life of Nigeria. This top to bottom country that caused this problem. So smart 18, they say creating. I guess you want to say greeting, Sha. Steve Oko, he said, I don't understand why Arsenal slowed down on Paqueta. He go pay me, Sha, if West Ham Bayern. Good morning, boss. Okay, so let me answer this guy that is Joel that is requesting for 5 more players. Joel, Arsenal is not going to sign 5 more players. At most, if Arsenal is going to sign before the win, at most, if not 1. So look at it from this angle that Arsenal is already trending on the edge of financial fair play. They want to be very, very careful. When Arsenal started this whole transfer window, signing Gabriel Jesus, renewing Martinelli, Eddie Nketiah, and bringing in Marquinhos as well as Fabio Vieira, they were hoping that some of their players will be sold for a premium, like Hector Bellerin, Lucas Torreira, and the other players, but that didn't happen. Okay, so in doing that, the balance sheet now is no longer as balanced as they would have expected it. So they need some players to go out before they can put in new players, bring in new players. But then also they cannot buy premium players anymore, like anything above 35, 40 is already gamble too far because that will put them on the spotlight. They're among 20 clubs that UEFA are looking at for financial fair play improprieties. So Arsenal is not going to be able to do some of the things that some of you are expecting them to do or thinking that they should do because the door is not open for that to happen. The opportunity for that to happen is not there. Having said that, I think instead of getting angry, like Steve Oko, getting angry that if Arsenal doesn't sign Paqueta, he'll be angry. You should ask yourself, how much will Paqueta cost right now? Paqueta, have you wondered why almost everybody's not going for him? Paqueta is in the region of 50 to 60 million. Arsenal is not going to buy a player for that amount of money. Forget about it. So what Arsenal would do is to look for the 25 to 35 maximum. I think 35 is not the highest level that Arsenal can go unless they want to dip and take the risk, like go further. But where do they have needs? Where do they have need? They have need for a second striker because if you look at the substitution, once they take out Gabriel from the game, the attack becomes very blunt. Like no attack again. The press is dead. The creating of opportunity, the threat to goal for the opposition is dead. And you cannot play Gabriel Champions Europe. Did I say Champions League just now? I'm sorry, guys. Forgive me. It's my dream of the future. I'm analyzing the season already. But you can't play Gabriel Jesus on Thursday night in the Europa League when you travel to those places that they will travel to. You understand? When you follow Paul Missionary Journey map, I'm going to be trying to discover the bones of the apostles and the missionary journeys. Then you now come back and you play Champions League. Play Premier League. Again, you play Gabriel. Yeah, it's going to be difficult. But then Arsenal would, I think Arteta will find a balance to be able to play some players put it in the mix, especially when you now get to the point where you've already qualified. You play their first 4 games and they qualify, you rest your big players and play the other ones. And then there is the whole Carabao Cup that I think Arsenal should eliminate themselves very early. It doesn't add any value. I've always said that I don't think any of the Premier League teams should be playing. Let's leave it for Championship team and any of the bottom 5 or bottom 10 teams to be playing in that competition and see how they can progress. Then that said, Arsenal still have the FA Cup to play. Arsenal is in love with that competition. That's their best competition in terms of football. So focus will be win the Europa and make the top 4. To do that, Arteta is going to be seen as the most successful Arsenal manager in the club's history. So he would have that at the back of his mind and work on it. So the side players, a winger is needed to give a backup to Bukayo Saka. Let's not forget that Bukayo Saka currently is playing at 50 or 45%, not the way it was at the beginning of last season. So he would need a player not to give him competition, but to give him a rest when he needs to rest. And then on the left side, what is good is that even though Emilio Smith is a central midfielder, not really is an attacking midfielder, not necessarily a wide man, but he's also come in and changed the 4-3-3 to a diamond formation for Arteta, and we've seen it work very well. So what I need is a support striker for Gabriel Jesus and a wide man on the right-hand side. But what Arteta is looking for is a player that can play across everywhere so that you can rotate, do your rotation very well. People always talk about the midfield. That's why I said from the beginning that Arsenal will not sign your retailers. You cannot have Emily Rose Smith, you cannot have Odegaard, have Sibi Lokonga, El Neni, Granit Xhaka, Thomas Partey, Fabio Vieira, 6 players in that midfield, and you still think that you need a player that is less than 12 months to the end of his contract with Leicester that you can talk to and tell him, look, listen, we will sign you next season because we think that Xhaka will leave next season, but let's do it this way. Instead of giving 25 million to Leicester, let's get this agreement signed, locked up in January, and then we'll give you 10 million as a sign-on bonus. I think it makes more business sense, as far as I'm concerned, because it will not look like you pay 10 million to transfer a player that could, I mean, he's 25 now, next summer it's going to be 26. You give him a 4 or 5 years contract after that, you don't know what will happen. I know he's going to go to the World Cup. Let me say, okay, he goes to the World Cup in November. By December, when he comes back, okay, his value would have gone up. Who told you that Belgium might not flop at the World Cup? That's one. Who told you that he's going to be regular? You can't edge your bet, your business bet on such things. Okay, this is not crypto. This is football. This is human form. Okay, so I think that those people that are saying Paqueta's problem is the price. That's one. I know that Edu wants him. He's a Brazilian. Probably might go to the World Cup and become a superstar, and his price would also rise. But then he's got a long contract with Lyon. You can't just force that one to change it anytime soon. Arsenal can't break that contract. I don't think Arsenal is going to sign him. If Bernardo Silva leaves Barcelona, Man City for Barcelona or Paris St-Germain, most likely Paqueta will be the player that goes to Manchester City, most likely. In the range of his transfer fee, I don't think Arsenal are in that place right now. What would happen is if Arsenal makes it to the Champions League next season and Paqueta is still in the market, now you cannot say, okay, let's go get him, because in the Champions League, you need, players with that kind of maturity, that kind of heart, that kind of persona to come into play. But if you're playing in the Europa and you're not 100% guaranteed of playing in the Champions League next season, signing all these players and, giving them all the kind of contract that is available would not be good. So as a business person, I don't think that Arsenal should rush up and go sign Paqueta right now. But if they can get that Gakpo that PSV and not in Europe, will be good. They can get him. He's a young player that will go through the rank and probably get one striker somewhere. One striker that can come in, the way Lucas Podolski used to be, that can come in, score the goals, go out, in and out. Them Callum Wilson kind of striker that is not really hungry to disrupt your camp and cause you problem. A Divock Origi kind of a player. I thought that when Divock Origi was leaving Liverpool, Arsenal would have pitched for him anyway. But hey, I don't know better. But I think Isabella have missed to their golden moment as Holland missed it in South Africa 2010, not 2012, bros. There was no World Cup in 2012. Chooks 9000 said, did I hear you say if Arteta wins the Europa and makes the top 4, then he automatically becomes the most successful manager in the history of Arsenal? Yes, I said it. I said it with my chest. Yes, because if he wins that, he will be Arsenal's most successful manager by value, not number of titles. Remember, is in the ranking, the way Olympic, if you go to Olympic and you win 2,000 bronze medal and 1 million silver, and somebody wins 1 gold, just 1 gold, he ranks above you. That's how Arteta will be ranked. Well, you don't have to like it, but it is the truth. Okay? As a man did not win any European trophy, went to 2 finals and he lost. So he is a local champion. You don't like it, that's you not liking it. That's emotional argument. But factual argument is that if Arteta wins the Europa today, hello, let me say it like that guy on social media. Hello, you get what I'm saying? Here's a Patrick say good morning to you. Drake Cruz, you say good morning. It's been a long time. You just disappear. I joined this live show. You just disappear. I don't know why. Why did you disappear? Sonia, why did you leave? Why did you leave me? Where's that song, Seth? I need to find that song and play when we're like back in secondary school. And I can't remember the song, but I'll look for it. Lord Mayor, I said good morning to you. I don't think Arsenal need Paqueta. They only need a CM, central midfielder and a winger. Abebe, that name strikes a bell. Abebe, well, I used to have one Calabar girl when we were growing up, right? One child like that when we were growing up. Abebe, the woman, when you say Calabar woman that decide to sell banga rice, you know there's no problem. There's problem. Woman decide to sell banga rice. She's not using oil to cook banga rice. We know it's problem. Concussion rice became banga rice. People don't buy you. She carry one full base and begin cry one time. Abebe Deliso, he said Asensio is the better for United. Asensio will came to United. Okay, that's how you write it too. I mean, you're writing in Spanish anyway, but we're showing in English. Asensio, is it better for? I don't think Asensio is all that. My problem with Asensio, it doesn't have ball trickery. Yes, it's like Isco, but he's lazy. Man United right now don't need any player that is lazy. Player that wait for the world to come to them. Man United need players that are running, that are fighters, players that are like Antony right now. People that are like, what's it called? This black guy that played for Manchester United and Liverpool. I saw my TV the other day. Police, God bless you. Yes, they need those kind of players right now. They need people like Andres Kaczynskis. They need people like Mark Hughes, both intelligent, but when it comes to the graft, they are ready to, roll up their sleeve and get in on the shindig. Those are the kind of players that Manchester United need right now. They don't need a rosary, a Rolls Royce kind of player, all those luxury kind of player. They don't need them right now. And Asensio, Marco Asensio, unfortunately, is a luxury kind of player. They need fighters. They need Patrick Vieira kind of player. They need Roy Keane kind of player. Combustive players. Players like those Leeds United players that were playing like termites against Chelsea the other day. Like, Jesus Christ. Those I couldn't track them. Like, I was doing tactical analysis as I was watching the game. Like, I was trying to get the triangulated form. I was trying to get the square. We're talking about the square. Like, every time there are 4 people there in the midfield and 3 people, and they were outnumbering Chelsea everywhere. Like, how do you sustain this for 90 minutes? I was tempted to say, second half, they go tire, Chelsea go be there, they go run out. Then in the second half, they came in like, they just tapped the nitro button. I mean, when I watch those speed cars, all those need for speed, where you get to a place where the cars are running head to head and you have to go for your nitro, like extra boost of speed. That was how they were playing. That was nice anyway. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Like when you play that kind of game, you say, we gave our all. We live our life on the field and we got the 3 points. And it's important. Okay. Oyebuchi 7707, you say you just finished all Arsenal managers. And I did just finish them. It's the truth. It's the truth. And that's how the ranking is done. A coach that have won 1 Champions League all his career, and another one that have won 20 league titles. You will rank the one that have won 1 Champions League now. Roberto Di Matteo, you rank him up there. He's won 1 Champions League. It's not his fault. He's won it. Thomas Tuchel, it's 1 Champions League. When they won the Champions League, they won the World Cup. Pep Guardiola, local champion. Even though he's won 2 Champions League with Barcelona, Pep Guardiola is a local champion. Even which day, 2 days or is it yesterday, my younger brother is called is a local champion. Divine on WhatsApp said, I love our balanced group A looks. Ajax, Liverpool, Napoli, and Rangers are going to be fun to watch all the way. I saw this and I would like to know what you think about it. Jorge Mendes is doing everything he can to get a UCL club to sign Cristiano Ronaldo. Marcel is available. He is currently in touch with Napoli. To facilitate the arrival of Cristiano Ronaldo, Mendes wants to bring another club to the table for Victor Osimhen. The source of this is Gianluca Di Marzio. Finally, for Lukaku's sake, make Inter no go anywhere. It's a wish. Like, witchcraft. Back when I was young, they used to be Kovo. These days, they wear suit and tie. They work in bank. They work in fintech companies. They work in everywhere. They are on radio shows. They are on WhatsApp group. They are everywhere. This divine. His name is just godly. His name is godly. But the other part of him is a wish. Witchcraft is what he is. Lukaku mama na native doctor. You go and ask Zlatan Ibrahimovic. And Lukaku mama makes Zlatan leg the penalty. So go and be very careful for your boss for office go give you query. You will not know. That reminds me, Umaru, have you delivered a pack of bully and sauce and chicken and fish and turkey to Divine? Because Divine have ended too. Okay, let's come back to the talking place now. Where was I? Eze Patrick, you say, win the Europa League. win the Europa League and make the top 4 and become the most successful manager in Arsenal history. Really, bros? Yes, it is. That's fact, not emotion. Lord Mayor, Tillemans can wait for Arsenal. Yeah, if he can wait, Arsenal can also wait. But I know it's almost impossible for that to happen this window. This window from the squad that Arsenal have. I said the other day that Tillemans is not better than Elneny. People were trying to shoot me to pieces. Tillemans is not better. Tillemans is just in a club where he plays regularly. If Tillemans comes to Arsenal, he will sit on the bench. He would sit on the bench. Is he going to bench Granit Xhaka? No. Is he going to bench Thomas Partey? No. Is he going to play in Odegaard's place? No. Odegaard is already secured as a captain and his work rate is good. So tell me where he's going to play. Is he going to go sit with Elneny? So all those people who are marshalling their points and argument that, oh, Tillemans, if you don't come, we'll go die. Now bench is what we call a squad member. It's a body bag. We need him to add a body to the squad. It's not really like, if we don't sign this guy now, hey, we're dead. No, we're not. We're not. But it would be a great business if you wait and then see what happened in January. I know that the panic is, oh, but the World Cup is in November. What if he goes there and he becomes the player of the tournament? Well, James Rodriguez was a great player in 2014. He didn't make signing him for 30 million that time. Turn him to become a great player. He still be Agbaro when he be. So no big deal. Saviki on Instagram say, man, no, does not. They are down. They'll fight till last moment, and luckily, Webb does compensate their effort with a 5-minute controversial penalty. Our Webb is not going to come and become the referee now. Come on, it's just the head. Like Kalina is the head of the European referees. It's not going to happen. That's our Webb thing. It's not going to happen. Guys, calm down. Okay, be calming down. Let me say Tillemans. Okay, yeah. It's about to say when I won an EPL title unbeaten now. Yes, just the same way if you set a world record in the semi-finals of the Olympics and in the finals somebody else used a lesser record to win it, the person who gets the gold is the one who gets the gold. Your world record is a loser's world record. That's how I stand. Johnny Gaffer, my partner, let me use that word now, because yesterday I was checking through all the people that have donated, and I'm going to do a video of appreciation for that. All the people that have donated on our, what is it called again? And 2 people came up like so humongously consistent. Johnny Gaffer and Ivory 10. I agree to now. God will bless you people. Okay, if you don't understand, just say amen. Okay, God press you. Good measures press that. Shake it together. Like somebody when they work for bar. Shake it together. Shall I give unto your bosom friends, your bosom. Okay. Here's a panic. Asensio is another Januzaj to me. And now Januzaj. They said I was the guy that was going to change the world of football. I say, because it's got one lucky goal. Now, wow, this is not when running now. Come on. Daddy Mayanos JP said, good morning, Edafe. Nice analysis today. Really enjoying your show. You don't say for weekend like this, now play with the play. We don't see life is tough. Let's not make it worse. But I look for somebody we get like 25 million. I mean, in case you don't know anybody, we just want to give out 25 million. I know someone I also they look for. When I take like the 5 million on top, when I let them bring the 20 million, come give me. Okay, that means I say, boss, I feel say Chelsea group for Champions League. Shocker fit day. And when the shocker day, we'll go there to talk about them. Oz, I beg. Send money to my account now. Oz, I need that money now. Lord Mayor, he said even Baka Bayern group too. That group tight, not too tight. Inter Milan they do well for Champions League, so nobody should worry. Let's look at the transfer rumors that we've got on the show this morning. And before then, if you don't have the money to live your dream, take the money you have and eat your food. Good morning, sir. Divine Tokeye has not reached out to me, sir. Divine, you're forming big boy. Let's tell you, you're like parents. Wishes are lizard. Don't worry. I would make the connection. So I will make the connection. Umaru, don't escape. Don't like free his name from. And it's Divine. Please make the connection with Umaru. Go to Instagram and search for the grill. Right? They are the best grillers when it comes to grilling of anything that you want to eat. If your company is trying to organize any event, there are people to call. Just call them or search for them on Instagram. The grill. and they are very responsible. They are very fast. I mean, if you want Asu, you want anything you want. Fofana, item 7. They are the king of item 7. Like item 7, leave it to them. Forget it. Forget it. There's nobody that does it better. If you like, make you want to feed 5,000 people like Jesus Christ, they would multiply your bread and fish. If you want them to feed 1 million too, they would walk on top of water and part the Red Sea to make sure it happens. That's a good thing with them. These guys, they send grilled bully and chicken and turkey. They go London from Nigeria. They say how good it can be. So the grill, THEGRILL, the grill. Everything I go type on. And I suppose you take as example school. Yes. Western United have made a fresh bid for 24-year-old Brazil midfielder Lucas Paqueta after their opening offer of 50 million euro for the 2 million pounds was rejected by Lyon. So you see, Arsenal is not there. If you go to West Ham, let me see how he does. But I think it will be funny if a player like Lucas Paqueta agrees to go to West Ham. Now, this is not me shitting on West Ham, but I think that this is another Dimitri Payet mistake that is about to happen. Dimitri Payet was a player that was, seen as the heir apparent to Sami Nasri at Arsenal. As Sami Nasri was going to Man City, he was the one that was going to come and then play on that level. But guess what? He chose West Ham, and frustration was the end of the story. It's got a beautiful free kick. Yeah, it was wonderful. By the end of the day, it's just what it is. Not playing for a big club. Manchester City have rejected 70 million euro, 59 million pounds bid from Paris St-Germain for Portugal midfielder Bernardo Silva. And people say any player who you want to buy from Man City, they're not going to reject the bid. I told everybody who get to listen, if they sell Bernardo Silva, they're not going to win league. They'll talk about Champions League. They won't win anything this season. Okay, because this is a guy who win you crunch game, difficult games that are impossible to win. This is the guy that wins you. This guy contributes between 15 to 21 points every season since he came to this club. He's the replacement for David Silva. So you're not going to just let him go because you think you have Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne that disappears in big game. You just disappear like Thierry Henry in finals of any competition. Chelsea are preparing a new bid for Leicester defender Wesley Fofana, 21. If I want to buy the player, buy the player. Stop pricing the player like you're pricing night market in the Obujo market. What's wrong with you people? Don't get me angry. That's why Leeds United beat you people like Amroba for any rejection. What do you want myself? Shoot. Every day I come here and talk to Wesley Fofana and I say, I act the new award-winning movie. Come. Chelsea, can you get any for? Can you go? The Hammers have also had a 10 million pounds bid for Belgium midfielder Hans Vanaken, who is 30 years old, turned down by Club Bruges. So everything we West Ham they bid, now they turned down. Shoot. West Ham, I'm going to see the bid well. I'm going to still behave myself. Shoot. Premiership. Everybody knows I get money. More than they spend the money. Don't be tight-fisted like Indian Amra people. I asked one reference will kill me today. Hold on. I asked head coach Alfred Schreuder says he's still confident winger Antony 22 would not be sold to Manchester United despite the latest 76 million pounds bid. Like, this is the most senseless thing that I have heard in my entire life. Right? Antony 76 million, just one window, let him go. I ask whether you sell your entire team and bring your reserve, you will still win your league. You will not win the Champions League. If you get to the semi-finals of the Champions League with Antony in it, and you win the Dutch League, you win the Dutch Cup, everything put together, you will not get up to 40 million. Right? Now you have 76 million for yourself. Bro, grab this thing with both hands now. What's the wrong in you? Behave like blind Bartimaeus. The moment the crowd say no, you say yes. You shout. I'm gonna take this money. Like, you need to work like 5 seasons to win this, to get this money. If you win the league, 5 straight seasons. To win the league in the Dutch league is 10 million. And 10 million they'll give you. So what's all this? Winning the Dutch league is like winning Lagos FA Cup. Now 10 million. About 10 million, just that the currency is different. Okay. Manchester United have been offered the chance to sign Real Madrid and Spain winger Marco Asensio, 26, for 30 million euros. This Legbere player. Okay, that's 25.3 million pounds. United has set to submit a 25 million pounds offer for PSV Eindhoven and Netherlands winger Gakpo. They should sign him if Arsenal is not going to sign, but that's a good player that Arsenal will lose out on. The Old Trafford club have made a failed bid for Bayern Munich right back Benjamin Pavard. Man, this guy was good at the World Cup in 2018. Real Sociedad have committed suicide. I've entered the race to sign Uruguayan and former Manchester United forward Edison Cavani, 35, who is a free agent after losing Isaac. they should go that. Isaac said, even this old Cavani better pass Isaac. How Newcastle to manage pay 60 million for that player? That was a good player. That's what I don't understand. Manchester United have had further talks with Newcastle over a loan move for Slovakia goalkeeper Martin Dubravka, 33. That would include a 5 million option to buy. Liverpool's pursuit of 19-year-old England midfielder Jude Bellingham could be helped by Borussia Dortmund interest in Guinean midfielder Naby Keita, 27, who joined the Reds in 2018. Everton are in advanced talk with Brighton over a deal for French forward Neil Maupay, 26. Okay. Arsenal midfielder Albert Sambi Lokonga, aka Awilo Lokonga, is 22 years of age, is on Jose Mourinho's midfield shortlist at AS Roma as he looks to replace the injured Guinea Ronaldo. Guinea Meregi self, according to my Korean people, you went to Paris Saint-Germain, you don't play ball. Mourinho signed you, you injured. Former Tottenham and Villarreal right back Sergi Aurier, that resembles one of my former photographer Tian, has reportedly agreed to move to Nottingham Forest. The Ivory Coast international left the Spanish club at the end of last season and is available on the free transfer. This is another Emmanuel Eboué in the making. Fulham and Lazio want to take Tottenham and Spain's 25-year-old defender Sergio Reguilon on loan. Is it not good enough for Spurs? I think it's one of their best players. That's what I thought too at the back. Wolves have inquired about Galatasaray and Denmark centre-back Victor Nielsen, who's 23 years of age, with the hope to sign him. Bordeaux are interested in signing Fulham's out-of-favour French winger Antony Konakat, who is 33. Southampton manager Ralph Hasenhuttl says forward Che Adams 26 is not for sale, not for Charlie at all this summer. Manchester City and England under 21 midfielder Cole Palmer 20 is wanted on the season-long loan by Borussia Dortmund. The relationship between Borussia Dortmund and Manchester City seems to be a very beautiful one. It seems like Borussia Dortmund's card, they are all only watching the academy, the Man City. I don't know Man City academy. Every time you read the news, you see them, they want to sign one academy player since they signed Jude Bellingham, Jadon Sancho, and the rest of them. But if it's working for them, why not? So let me go to Instagram and see what they're saying there. What's that? What's that? Not there. What's that? Anna? Say good morning, boss. Good morning to you. Papa Jamal, I think Isco is also a luxury player. Sis, Isco, the disco dancer is also, yes, we know that one. So that one is concluded. Sis. Sir Vicky, that's the Jack Wisher of Spain. Sir Vicky, he said, honestly, the noise about Fofana is becoming boring. Chelsea should buy if they are serious. I forgot it if they are not. Oyebushi 7707, he said, Chelsea signing this season is somehow more rumor than signing. I agree with you. Chelsea now look like they are being managed by Arsene Wenger. And Saviki replied to Oyebushi, he said, honestly, they are just over-promising and underperforming. Oh boy. That is some slick shot. Oyene says, is Neto a better player to Saka, or he will come in as a squad player? I think Neto is a better player to Saka. Saka is a bit predictable and one-dimensional, and Saka still needs some time to mature. There are times Saka does not know how to manage himself properly, but he's a kid, and you don't get his experience overnight. There are times where he just needs to work less, but he doesn't know how to do that. Those experiences will come with time. But more, instead of saying maybe one is even better than the other, I think they will both complement each other, especially with the loads of competition that they are going to be playing in. Last season, they only had one competition to play the league and made it tough for they couldn't. But that was because the squad was very lean. Right now, they need more bodies in the squad and they need to complement each other. But I think that technically, Neto is a more technically gifted player than Saka. Saka does have more speed, and the fact that he's also groomed in the system, he's steeped in the Arsenal system, he knows the team way better than maybe anybody that is coming in. But I would pick Neto any day ahead of Bukayo Saka. I'm not saying that Saka is not good. That's not what I mean by that. But I just think that he would do better. So I think you say honestly, they are over-promising and under-delivering. Wolf Exchange says, update on Aubameyang to Chelsea. So it's mind game in Chelsea and Barcelona. Chelsea needs Aubameyang. Aubameyang wants to play anywhere. Anywhere is comfortable. Chelsea, Champions League. Barcelona, Champions League. Chelsea might not win the league. Barcelona, there's this slight opportunity that he might win the league. Okay, so what he's done is not try to push a move because he just left last January to Barcelona. It doesn't make sense. Aubameyang is in the news again for pushing a transfer. Like he can't continue to have a bad boy image. So what he's done is, if I sign Barcelona, Kilo come here, I'm fine. It's not him that wants the move, but Barcelona wants the money and the opportunity to be able to sign Koundé. So Chelsea are looking at it and say, okay, it's a case of who blink first. We know that you need to let him dispose the player, either Frankie Young or Aubameyang, so that you can register Koundé. This Koundé that you refuse us from signing. We want this player because right now, every other striker that we're looking at, we can't get. But we're not going to pay outrageous money. So take what we are offering you, is a taking or leaving deal. But these are the kind of deal. Remember, Aubameyang to if you've seen the All or Nothing Arsenal, you know what I'm saying. Aubameyang to Barcelona, this is how it was. At some point, Edu and the Arsenal management, the guys are like, let's wait. Worst case scenario will be here with us, even though they want him to leave. So that's the kind of thing that would happen at the very, very end of the transfer window. One of them will come out and say, okay, I agree to you. Let this happen, let that happen. And everybody will be fine. But I think that Aubameyang would leave at the end of the window. That's what I think, okay? Wolf exchange. Okay, Oyebuchi is reply. Say, forget about Chelsea now. Okay, no, you can't forget about your club. That's the thing. Even if when you try, you just can't. Johnny Gaffa say, exactly, United hungry players ready to make a name for themselves. United need hungry players ready to make a name for themselves. As a Paris say, Asensio is another Johnny. Okay, Bayano Segoni that a nice analysis today. I think I've read all that. Okay, boss. I feel okay. I've read that too. Let me say even back at Bayern group to that group tight. Yes, I agree. Let me say Tuchel go collect Chelsea match, babe. So Leeds boys come decide to do. Okay, said Tuchel go collect Chelsea match, babe. So Leeds boys come decide to deal with Chelsea. So Tuchel go cry. Okay, Chuks Adigwe said, based on the analysis, can we confidently say that Roberto Di Matteo is a better coach than Arsene Wenger? You're changing the conversation now. I said the best. Like, it's not better in terms of coaching. It's ranking. So ranking. Let me give you this. Burna Boy won Grammy, right? Fela, I don't know if Fela won a Grammy. If you're going to rank Nigerian musician, Fela, like, is a legend, is a great guy, but you're not going to put him in the conversation with Burna Boy when you're ranking people that have won international awards. That's very, very important to understand. It's just the same way when people say, oh, Ryan Giggs is greatest player in the Premier League era, but then when you not bring Ryan Giggs into the outside conversation, say, but he never won anything with his national team. Or George Opongwe never won anything with his national team. That's the point that I'm saying. Arsenal coaches. So you're not bringing a coach from another club to come and put where Arsenal coaches are. I said in the ranking of Arsenal coaches, you are going to rate Arteta above Arsene Wenger if he wins a European title. That's the ranking, and I've used the Olympic as the basis to explain it to you. This is a factual argument, not a sentimental one. I know you guys like Arsene Wenger, but that's not the case here. Brian Clough is regarded as one of the best coaches in England because he won the Champions League back-to-back with Nottingham Forest. Until Alex Ferguson began to win the Champions League, Brian Clough was always rated above him for what he did. Is it Brian Clough? So always remember that it is in the ranking, in the club hierarchy, that the Europa Cup and the Premier League, which one will rank higher? It's a European title. If they won the Europa Cup last season, for instance, they're going to find out won it, and he went into the Champions League via that route. You think anybody will talk about, they didn't do anything? No, nobody will talk about that. That's the point that I'm trying to give you here. If he goes on to win that title, people would always see him as the coach. After 1994, when Arsenal won Parma 1-0 in Denmark somewhere to win the Cup Winners' Cup, the next coach after that to win a European Cup for Arsenal. It's been ages, okay? 1994 to now is almost 30 years, if I'm not mistaken. So it's been a while that Arsenal ever see a European trophy, and I think that's the only one, apart from the Traders' Cup that they won in the 70s. So that's the point. Let's not twist this conversation and make it about a collection of coaches. You're not going to do that. Why is Carlo Ancelotti rated as the overall best coach now. He's got 5 Champions League titles as a coach. Some other coaches have more league titles than he have, but he's got 5 Champions League. The most successful French coach of all time at club level is Zinedine Zidane. He's the only French coach to have won the Champions League. Does he have more league titles than some other coaches? No. So try to understand when it comes to ranking. That's ranking. It's not, bring sentiment. How many players did he coach? Don't bring that up. No, all that doesn't matter. Coach Ayere is coaching players too. Everybody's coaching players. We're talking titles and their ranking. That's where we stand with this conversation. And I think you would understand right now. Okay. On Instagram, I think there's somebody saying something on WhatsApp. Device, please type and send the handle. I was actually waiting for you to give me the contact, okay? I will try and give it to you. You people will reach each other and you shambole for the weekend. Oyebuchi says, if Chelsea are ready, we will know. Oyene says, I feel Barcelona should sell Memphis Depay rather than Aubameyang. No, Memphis Depay, there is a contract termination on the table. Memphis Depay's lawyers and management are the ones not signing it. They are the terms of the termination is we will sign when we get another club. If we don't get another club, we can't sign because when you sign, it becomes a jobless youth and you don't want to be there. You want to own a contract that in case I don't get another club, I get salary here, I get the life that I'm living as a young player. That's it. So whether they should sell Memphis Depay is not even a conversation. Barcelona are not even planning to sell him. They are releasing him for free. They are terminating his contract. That paper is already on the table. Now, there is condition on that document from Memphis side that you want me to go. You don't want to pay me anything. You want me to just go. I will go for free, but I would only sign this document terminating my contract when I get another club. And I think it is fair on both sides. Yeah, it's fair. Memphis Depay didn't bring himself to Barcelona. Somebody signed him there, right? And he did his best. When they gave him a chance to play, he played, he scored when he needed to score. When the team suffered, they all suffered together. When the team win, they all won together. So it would be sick for him if you have bad agents. That's when you just say, okay, terminate. Go and sit at home. You don't know. Come on. You would look at it and say, okay, I still have contract here. I'm going to honor my contract to the end. You want me to come to training? I'll come to training. You want me to run around the field? I'll run around the field. You give me jersey to play match, I'll play. If you don't put me on the match squad, I would also be myself as a professional. It's a consummate one. But terminating this contract, it's not going to happen. Just the same way Arsenal did with Aubameyang. You know, they wanted the contract terminated, but Aubameyang needed to be sure that he's got another club first. So it was clear he was not going to play for Arsenal again. Same with Lucas Paqueta and the rest of them. But they need to find a solution that's good for everybody. That's what's happening here. And this is the business side of the game. So there is the artistic footballing side of the game. This is the business side of the game. You must secure the bag. No matter how you want to look at it, emotion, sentiment, it goes out of the window. When it comes to negotiating, when it comes to contract, all of that goes out of the window. So what he's done, and I like it, what his team have done is secure the bag first. The Juventus deal almost went through, and then something just happened. Juventus couldn't sign him again. If not, would have gone like since on Tuesday. But that didn't happen. So it's looking, we're even hearing Arsenal in these conversations. I'm going to mention Arsenal. Some are saying Manchester United are saying if they don't get Antony, they'll go get him at a very cutthroat price. And, you know, Memphis Depay will come back to Manchester United. All of that is there. The good thing is, I know that there'll be a flurry of activity in the last day of the transfer. Chelsea, Man United, probably Arsenal. I still think that Man City might even bring in one more player in this window. And a lot, because the January transfer window will be very, very tricky. Some coaches don't want to sign players in January. Now the draws for the Champions League has been made. A lot of, you know, teams who qualify know their place. Those who did not qualify know their place now. It's going to be different. Let's say, good morning, boss. Do you think Depay can improve Arsenal? On the flip side, it's Arsenal that would improve Depay. Okay, but it would also be a good squad player. Because I think he would have learned from his living a luxury life at Manchester United, collecting those big salaries, buying the big cars, rolling around. He would learn that. And they could just be that thing about him that would want to prove a point. The thing about the young Dutch players these days, they are not as good as the one we grew up looking at. The ones we saw, the Dennis Beckhams of this world, the Ruud Gullit, Frank Rijkaard, the Marco Van Basten, one-time greatest striker, in the world, even the Patrick Kluivert, who was not really will of the wheels kind of player, but he was a guy who has, it's got a Midas touch. the Edgar Davids, Claracino, Frank de Boer, Ronald de Boer, Marco Vamas, Edin van der Sar. We don't have those kind. They don't make the players like that from the Dutchland anymore. We just have luxury players who come in, look, pretending to be that good, but then somewhere it is aesthetics without substance. But hey, we're going to watch it and see how it comes out. Shamsuddin Basharu is a Chelsea and their turnover of players is just quite worrisome. The lack of continuity is the biggest hindrance to the club. While that might sound like true and feels like you're pressing the alarm button, but if we look at retrospectively, the last 20 years, I don't think that there's any club that have been more successful than Chelsea. So if the turnover of players and it goes to Mo Salah, Kevin De Bruyne, a whole lot of players that they've turned over, my take is over the last 20 years, 2 Champions League, 2 UEFA Europa Cup, multiple league titles, Carabao Cup, they made the Carabao Cup become interesting again, FA Cup, World Club Championship, European Super Cup. I don't think that there's any club in world football that have been more successful than them. So we really cannot really tie Chelsea down into the whole description you put here. But I understand what you're saying. And Samson Basharo went to say, Aubameyang in this year and before, you know it. Aubameyang, okay, Aubameyang in this year and before you know it, Aubameyang out next year. Is Oba the solution to Chelsea? No central midfielder that creates for the striker. I agree with you, but Oba is a stopgap. It's what Cavani or Joe Gallo was to Manchester United. It's a stopgap. Between now and when Bolly and his team settles in and start the new beginning, they just need something to keep them in the Champions League so that they don't fall off the top 4, and also give them a semblance of a structure. Like a sculptor, you first have a drawing, and then you now put the skeletal frame, the frame. It is the frame that you now build on. So what they are doing is just getting the skeletal structure, and then so that they can build on it. Aubameyang is not a bad player. He's just a guy who will not win you championship. Like, not a guy who loses a game and it feels like, oh, I've let my team down. And it's not a club legend kind of player. It's not this is my club. A Totti, John Terry, Steven Gerrard, Poscos. It's not that guy. He's a journeyman. He's a mercenary. It's not a Batistuta. Yeah? So you have to understand the kind of players you are having. He's the kind of guy that will jump ship at any time if he wants to. He's the kind of guy that will down tools at any time if he wants to. But beyond that, Chelsea right now are not really in a position to be braggadocious or arrogant about who they want to sign and who they don't want to sign. They just have to take it. This is Chelsea shut up and drive moment. There's nothing they can do. That's just the way I see it anyway. And finally, Eze Patrick with a smile on his face, even though Liverpool are suffering, and I know that this smile is a fake smile. He said, finally, your Pepe is going. It's not my Pepe. It's the worst player in the history of my club I will ever sign, and the worst player I've ever seen in football history. And remember, in football history, we've seen Francis Jeffers, we've seen Yaya Sanogo, we've seen Khalid Boularouge, we've seen a whole lot of Legbere players, Wilfred Bony, Adama Traore. We've seen all of these players, but Nicolas Pepe, worst of them all. I seen worst. We've seen Baby. We've seen Pascal Saigan. We've seen Silvestri at Arsenal. We've seen a lot of people. This guy, worst of them all. And so on that note, then I pack my bags, even though I don't have a bag here, baggages. Couple, I don't know the surprise person for weekends. Just weekend, just say, guy, we're sending one car for you. Just drive it for 1 month and return it. I know they do that kind of thing. Well, I gotta go now. My name is Idafe Mathias again. Love you guys. Thank you very much for your time. Sam Shudin say, I respect your perspective, boss. Sam Shudin, everybody, Lord Mayor, is a Patrick, Johnny Gaffar, everybody who sent in a message. Salute. Let's have a wonderful weekend. If you're in Lagos, the Lagos State FA Cup is going to go down at the Mobology Arena, formerly known as Onikon Stadium. I will try to be there. People have asked me, are you going to be there? I'll try to be there. So if you see me, don't say, oh, if I go and call it now, it will snub me. No. See me, hi, we'll do selfie, we'll talk together, we'll share, do some YouTube shots, and all that. I mean, that's what I'm going out for. So when you see me, don't say, I don't want to go and meet him so that he doesn't. I don't understand that feeling. Then somebody will come to your DM and say, I saw you at some place, but I'm afraid to come and meet you because I don't want you now to go and do like you don't know me. I've not done that to you before. So I'm putting that there. If you're going to be there, say hi to me. I'll say hi to you, give you a hug, we'll take a picture, and life goes on. The time on the show is over. I made up for the 6 minutes that I did not catch up with. So it's time to go. Have a wonderful day. Be the very, very best of who you created to be. Be part of the problem, be part of the solution. If you can't be part of the solution, applaud those who are making it count. God bless you and be kind to one another. Bye-bye.